Long ago, humanity made a decision to live with a sense of inner separation. At that time, spirits had become tired of incarnating as fully aware spirits in physicality. They wanted more challenge in life. They wanted to turn life into a mystery, a true, stand-alone human experience, not just an extension of spirit into matter. The ego mind judges, blames, feels guilty, makes others feel guilty, has to be right, needs to feel superior to others, controls others, believes in giving to get, is petty, but most importantly, directs these behaviors and feelings towards others and towards yourself. The ego mind will do anything to justify its existence, and whenever you are experiencing any of the emotions and actions above, it sustains itself from them. The consciousness of God within you loves, forgives, never has to be right, because God's truth is always true, gives without needing to get. Sees the consciousness of God within you and others only, is generous, loves you and loves all life on your planet unconditionally. Humanity is moving forward beautifully and very rapidly towards the collective awakening, and as I've told you many times, this transcendent occurrence is divinely assured, and consequently the progress that you have made is utterly irreversible. There are just a few loose ends to tie up, and then you will awaken, and your joy will be boundless. As you continue to wait with enthusiastic faith in God's plan for this most wondrous event to unfold, do make sure to spend quiet time daily just being. You are all extremely powerful beings, so when you just sit holding the intent to be only loving, the effect of your individual and collective intentions is way beyond your ability to envisage. Bear in mind that in the natural state of spiritual living, as free spirits in the mental realms, there are very few limitations. People can manifest anything they need, relocate instantly in space, shift to a different position in time, all at the speed of thought. In the mental realms, people can visit friends or go along with them, exploring the universe, all through the power of thought. That's why they're called the mental realms. To be more specific, the mental realms exist in fifth density consciousness and are the domain of your soul or inner being. Between third density physicality and the fifth density realm of your inner being lies the fourth density spirit or astral realms populated by people in the afterlife. So, whenever any of the emotions or actions of the ego mind are triggered, begin to see them for what they are. They are not who you are. It is simply your ego mind responding, instead of your God's consciousness, Christ self. Your true self, which is your God self, is love. The ego mind is the absence of love. The choice is yours, every moment of your life. As you become more and more aware of how your ego mind is operating and how it is using your triggers to keep itself sustained, the less power it will have over you. This creates enough space for the consciousness of God to expand within you until it gains such a momentum that the ego mind disappears into nothing. Know that your earthly presence at this time in the awakening process is essential, and that your success in achieving fulfillment of the divine tasks you each set yourselves before this incarnation is total. It is the individual presence of each one of you informed truly, all of humanity. That is the driving energy behind your awakening process. To awaken is humanity's collective and individual free will choice, as well as being your sovereign right. That choice was made almost as soon as you started engaging with the separation experience, because you immediately felt the intensely terrifying sense of abandonment that real separation, could it occur, would induce. However, your initial engagement was made with great excitement and enthusiasm. so that you moved instantly and very deeply into the illusory game or dream that you had constructed, and then you were unable to find the way out. You were lost and extremely frightened. That was your initiation into the sensation or feeling of fear, and consequent belief in fear as a state of being. Suddenly, you each had egos, and as you are well aware, in the present day, egos tend to run rampant when allowed to do so. Physical incarnation is always voluntary. Nothing compels your soul to incarnate into another physical life. It is always a decision at the personal and soul group level whether to come back into physical life on Earth. Thousands of years ago, physical experience was a fully conscious extension of spirit into matter. People knew who they were as spirits, connected to their inner selves and to the universe as a whole. What if, they said, we came into physical existence and didn't know who we were? We could devote our whole lives to searching for the answer to the mystery. Imagine what a challenge it would be. Humankind then made the joint decision to immerse itself further into a denser, more focused reality. Their focus was directed upon the physical senses, along with a detachment from the superconscious and subconscious levels of thinking. By maintaining a tight focus upon the outer world of the senses, humans could even believe that they are fixed into one location in space and locked into one time continuum. This happens very frequently because the great majority of those in human form totally identify with their bodies and their egos. This idea of having an individual and totally personal independent identity was a major aspect and intent when you constructed the illusory state in which you appear to be having a once-only experience of life. This was to be followed by your individual terminal extinction, the culmination of the game of separation that you invented and chose to engage in with your full attention to make it as real as possible. You succeeded beyond your wildest dreams. Now, it's game over. There is no possibility of re-engaging with it because it has served its purpose and is being discarded. You have chosen to return to wakefulness, to reality, and deep within yourselves there is great joy arising as you begin to feel it happening. Acknowledge and honor these feelings of joy arising within you, because you do know intuitively that they are completely valid, that you are all infinitely worthy of God's eternal love for you. Your intuition always leads you to increasing awareness of the love that each one of you is. Even though your egos resist and attempt to have you believe that you are each an unworthy and insignificant being among billions. Divine guidance is available to you in every moment. All you need do is hold the intent to be conscious of it, and then allow yourselves to engage fully with it. This will at least start quieting your ego's vociferous opposition to the reality of who you are. Life can be scary, too. A life spent without a constant, conscious connection to your true inner nature is always a challenge. Today, the amusement park ride of inner separation is coming to an end. The shift to the new reality is happening. We are becoming more and more aware of our inner nature. Those who grasp the idea of the new reality will actively develop that inner connection, not just wait for it to surprise them as it slowly unfolds. And remember, this ride through intense physicality was always a choice. We may not remember as far back as when the choice was made, but at a soul level, we've been willingly hopping on and off the theme park ride of physical life on Earth ever since. We incarnate for the experience of physical life and to help transform this reality towards its ultimate state, one which, today, is looming very near. These are the days of transformation, the time of the shift. The scary ride is coming to an end. As a culture, we are about to find ourselves and reconnect within. The shift from fear to the joyful love and spiritual empowerment of our higher selves is happening right now. having never ever been separated from your source, the eternal energy field of infinite love and wisdom you need. Only set and maintain the intent to once more be consciously aware of being one with it in order to return home. Many of you are experiencing the sensation or feeling of not belonging here as humans on Earth, and you do not. Life as a human on Earth is an extremely limiting and temporary state, which lasts only until you allow yourselves to become aware that you are not your bodies, and that these limits are unreal. Those who have had near-death experiences or out-of-body experiences are aware of this, and have for many decades now been sharing this information widely. However, it is only very recently that this information is being accepted as a valid indication that not only are you indeed far more than your bodies, but that you truly are eternal beings, beings who will never die. Awareness that your lives as humans are but temporary experiences, and that life is eternal has become far more widespread over the last 7 or 8 decades. Intensifying the collective intent to awaken into the fullness of life as one with God. This awareness is as a direct result of people choosing to respond to the voice for God within themselves, the Holy Spirit, which has always been gently calling their attention to it throughout their human lives. It is a very quiet voice which is easily drowned out by the raucous and vociferous voices of your egos. What has happened is that more and more of you have become totally dissatisfied with the almost complete negativity of your ego's thought systems as you realize that it is they who are constantly leading you into conflicts, either one-on-one or with many others, such as in wars between nations, as they enthusiastically encourage you to blame others or the world at large for any pain or suffering that you yourselves may be undergoing.